Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for another one of our mass making sessions, and what I thought we could do today is make some tags with pockets, which are these kind of little faux envelope flip downs. Again, I'm not trying to claim these as my idea. I'm sure they've been done before. I have made them in the past, but I'm not sure that I've done a video making them. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they are out there already. I'm not, you know, in any way trying to claim them as my own. So the mass make process, I think probably is a bit of a two-step process really to make these, because obviously we have the little fold down flappy envelope piece and we have the tag base itself. These I have actually made previously in a mass make. Again, I have no idea, I'm afraid, which mass make it was. It was a long time ago. I will try and remember to link the video for making these. But having said that, we're going to make them here and now as well. So, you know, if you didn't watch that, you don't really need to kind of go back necessarily, unless you know, particularly fancy watching it. So what I've got here is a bunch of either like coffee dyed or food coloured papers, so that they're double-sided, so that when you open your, you know, your piece out, it's got colour on both sides. I've also got some double-sided printouts, again, for, you know, if I want to mix it up and have some kind of, you know, printed pieces. So that's what I'm going to be using for my fold downs. And then I've got a whole bunch of different papers here that I'm going to use for the tag bases. And then what I've done, I've just brought along actually some 12 by 12 papers, which, you know, are quite loud and colourful on one side, and then they're just lined paper and things on the other side. So I mean, again, I'm not probably likely to use the loud side anymore. You know, now that I make kind of junk journals, I'm probably not going to ever actually use this side of the page. So I thought this would be quite ideal to use this up and back my tags with. I've got some also printed version of the coffee dyed paper that comes with a lot of my background page kits. You know, so I would just kind of mix and match and make my tags that way. So what we'll do is we'll start, I think, by just making a couple of the, you know, fold down faux envelope kind of pieces, because of course you want to have these as a pocket on your tag. So they are going to gauge how wide your tag is, if that makes sense. Hopefully this is all going to make sense as we start making them. So I'm going to just take my paper and I'm just going to cut it like this. Again, you know, I don't measure or anything like that. So we're just going to do this, you know, very kind of, oh, what's the word? You know, very flexibly, I guess. Well, that's not the word I was looking for, but, you know, just, yeah, we're just going to wing it, to be honest. So that's the fold there for my envelope flap. And then all I want to do is obviously fold the other section up to make it look, you know, look like an envelope. So we just fold that down like that. Okay, and then we can fold our little envelope flap over. So what I'll do, I'll start by making a complete one of these so that you see the finished tag. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any actually ready-made in my stash. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of having to make one to actually even show you what we're making. So I've got that. Let's have a look and see what paper that's going to look pretty with. I mean, to be honest, I think it's going to look pretty with lots of these. Oh, perhaps I will go for this. Oh, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so again, I'm going to use that as my sort of rough guide for how big I want my tag. So I'm just going to cut that down like that. Oh, going to just kill me, but I'm going to bin this little scrap. I must not keep scraps anymore. It's just ridiculous. I'm not going to keep them anymore. Okay, so I'm going to glue this now onto my background paper. So all we're actually doing here is obviously making the tag base. So I'm just going to get this and glue this down. Oops, not used my glue yet today, so... Oh, that's not very good, is it? Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, so it's one extreme to the other. It wasn't coming out, and now look how much I've got there. Okay, and I'm just going to glue that down onto, you know, what's going to be my background for my tags. And then going to just use my spreader, my Costa card here. obviously this is not a Costa card that I use. But yes, to spread the glue. Okay. There we go. I'll just wipe any excess glue away with my wipe here. Okay, so that's my base for my tag now. And then I'm just going to cut that out. And what I like to do, I always like to just kind of cut in about 1mm over from the edge of the paper, if that makes sense. Because then if I've missed any, you know, any sections with glue, if you see what I mean, you know, if I didn't get glue on any of it, then hopefully by just cutting in, just literally slightly, you know, you're going to hopefully get to the point where the glue is. So that's why I like to kind of do it that way, really. Just, oh my gosh, my cutting is not great today. Right, so that's that piece. And then all we're going to do is pop our little foldy envelopey flap thing. We're going to just glue that onto what's going to be our tag. So just going to get my glue and then just glue that down. Okay. I'm so sorry, my hands seem really shaky lately. It's really annoying because, you know, I keep then missing the piece that I'm gluing and things like that. So yeah, I do apologise for that. It's just one of those things, I'm afraid. Okay. I suspect it's, you know, I don't know, a bit of anxiety or something, but yeah, it's very annoying. So then what you've got is you've got your little fold down envelope piece here, and then this section here is then a little tag. So I haven't really got anything here to hand, but that's your little pocket. So it's really, really cute, isn't it? And I'm just going to trim it down here so as we don't have this kind of messy edge, like that. And then we can just do a couple of corners to make it look a bit more tag-like, like that. Okay. Then of course, you know, you can punch a hole in here, you could, you know, attach lace or fabric or however you want to finish it off. But that's our basic tag. So they're super cute, aren't they? And, you know, really just something a little bit different. And then obviously this, you know, when it's in a pocket, this is going to be held down. You may want to put it in a pocket and, you know, this might be over the pocket, if you see what I mean. But if yours is flapping around and you're finding it quite irritating, then of course you could just grab a paper clip, and you could just then paper clip that to hold that closed. So they're really cute, aren't they? Okay, so that's what we're making. And all I'm going to do is kind of mass make a bunch of the little foldy, you know, envelope pieces, and then mass make a bunch of the base tags and then stick them together. So that's the plan. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that to one side. Again, I'll just talk you through, you know, a couple, but I mean, of course, you know, it's not anything complicated or, you know, anything actually that we haven't done before. So I don't really need to kind of be talking about it too much, but just, you know, just so that we kind of get started really. So I've got here some coffee dyed paper. Unfortunately, it's a little bit sort of creased on the edges. It's been obviously in my scraps tray, so it's seen better days, to be fair. So I'll just trim those edges off. And again, you know, I just go in to make my envelope, you know, and sort of do a meet in the middle roughly, you know. Again, it doesn't have to be exact or 100%, you know, just so long as it's roughly there, that's good enough. And then just fold up. Okay. Like that. No, we want to make it a bit bigger. Oh, that one's huge. Right, let me just come down a bit. Okay, like that. So that's our foldy pieces. And of course, you know, if you then find that they're not quite working for you, you know, you can refold them, you could just trim them down a bit. You know, they're not, you know, they don't have to be perfect or anything like that. So just going to just trim that down on the sides, just a little bit. Okay. So I'm just going to make a few of those, as I say. So I'm going to make a few with this beautiful colour paper. Again, this is that food coloured paper, which obviously I know I've used it lots of times, but wow, it just is so lovely, isn't it? Just every time that I see this colour, it's like, oh, scrumptious. Just love it, love it, love it. It's one of those colours that you just never ever get tired of. Okay, I'll just fold that in like that. Fold this over here. Just again bone folder that down. Might do another one. Well, I might as well do 4 actually in this, so that I actually do get rid of this whole sheet of paper rather than hanging on to a section of it, which of course then is, you know, just causing scraps really rather than eliminating scraps. I mean, not that it was a scrap, obviously it was a complete sheet of paper, but yeah, I would just be making more scraps to be contending with at a later date. So I'm going to just, you know, just fold that down. And again, you know, when I fold these, I just literally kind of move it up without actually folding it, if you see what I mean. You know, like a loose kind of curve until I'm happy with where I want it to actually be folded, and then obviously I bone folder it at that point. So, you know, again, don't kind of stress too much if, you know, if it's not quite where you want it or anything like that. Just, you know, just keep kind of rolling it in until you get it, you know, to a point where you like it. I mean, you can fold them up like, say, 3 times. You'd have just a much smaller sort of envelope. So like this one, folded over obviously like an extra time. And then it's just like a little squidgy one. More like a little lady's purse, I think, this one, rather than an envelope. So, you know, just have a play around and obviously just, you know, see what works best with the papers that you've got, because you might be using scraps rather than a whole sheet of paper, in which case, you know, you might just be, you know, that might dictate the size of your pieces, to be honest, you know. So there we go. Like that, and then of course can just squish the whole thing down like that. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go ahead and make a few more of those. I'm not going to keep talking through obviously what we're doing, and then we will make some tag bases and kind of assemble them. Yeah, so let's just kind of crack on, so we can just now, you know, relax and catch up really. So I hope everyone's having a good week. I know I say this all the time, but I tend to film these videos on a Monday, ready to upload for you guys on a Tuesday. And yeah, so I'm doing that now. I have to say, feeling slightly nervous because this is my first video that I've filmed for a while. Well, I just did film the giveaway video actually, because, and if you saw the giveaway results video, you will know this already. On Saturday, which was obviously the day that the giveaway closed, we had no internet from 6:30 in the morning until 7:30 in the evening. Oh my goodness, it was so frustrating, I can't tell you, because I had woken up at sort of 6 o'clock. I'd replied to some comments and everything. I went downstairs to grab a cup of tea, and by the time I got back upstairs, that was it. There was no internet connection. So at first, obviously, I thought it was just kind of a, you know, like sometimes your connection is not very strong. I thought it was that kind of scenario and kept expecting the internet to come back. Anyway, it didn't come back, you know, at all in the whole day until 7:30 in the evening. So although obviously when I'd woken up at 6, I had closed the drawer, if you see what I mean, I hadn't obviously done the video, you know, for the drawer. So I felt terrible because then I obviously couldn't film the drawing video because I needed the internet to be able to pull up, you know, that random comment generator picker thing. And of course I couldn't just use my phone to do it because of course I'm filming on my phone. So you know, I needed to have the internet to be able to connect my laptop to the actual internet to be able to pull up that app or, you know, website or whatever you call it. Yeah, so it was really, really frustrating. So I really, really apologise. I know that I had said, you know, there could be a delay in me getting it uploaded due to, you know, how long sometimes a video takes to load and things like that. But yeah, obviously I did not anticipate actually having no internet. I mean, that was a whole new thing altogether. So yeah, anyway, I'm really, really sorry if anyone was kind of, you know, waiting for the results to go up or anything like that. I've obviously only just that second filmed them now because then I didn't really have time on Sunday. And yeah, I can only apologise. It's, you know, it's really frustrating when things like that happen, isn't it? Right, just need to make sure that this is up the right way up, you know, because it's got sort of pictures on it. Yeah, so anyway, that was kind of that. So that was the first video that I'd done for, I think, a week actually, because you know, obviously last week was like Easter holidays and things. I didn't get to do any videos for the whole week. So yeah, I'm feeling really rusty now. And it's really strange because, I mean, I film videos, you know, I mean, obviously I upload a video every single day. And it's just really strange because when you don't film one for a few days, it's quite weird how quickly you feel quite nervous again, you know, once you film. It's, yeah, it's really a strange kind of thing. You know, all the time that you're filming, like every day, it seems fine. And then as soon as you take a little break, it just, I don't know, nerves kind of kick in and it becomes quite daunting. It's very strange. I'm just again checking that this is going to be the right way up. Yeah, very, very strange. So yeah, my first video now for like a week. And obviously now I've got to, you know, try and film quite a few videos because I always like to have some ready filmed in the bank, as it were. You know, and I know I've talked about this before, but just in case, you know, if I'm ill or anything, or like last week, obviously, you know, it was the Easter holidays, so, you know, the children were home, and as well, to be honest, I was really, really, really busy with comments and emails, and so, you know, I'm very, very, very behind with my comments and emails, and I do apologise for that too. But yeah, so I was just busy with them and didn't get a chance to do any videoing at all. But so now subsequently I've used a lot of my videos that I did have, you know, like in the bank. So I really need to, yeah, really need to kind of get on and do some more videos. Now I'm wondering which way to do this. So kind of thinking I might do it this way round. So we have a long one, I think. So, and so sorry, I haven't been saying, this is my Victorian Florals set 3. This is my French blue, and this is the Bird Garden background papers. So I think that's the only ones that I've used so far. You know, just because I know that, you know, people find that helpful when I say which papers I've used. So yeah, so hopefully this week I'm going to be doing, you know, a ton of videos, although I am still very behind with my comments and my emails. So really, I probably should try and catch up with those before I'm actually, you know, before I'm actually doing the catching up with filming. I don't know. But of course, I mean, filming is one of those things that, you know, it's really good to do when everyone's kind of out of the house, because, you know, then the house is nice and quiet. I'm making a bit of a hash of this, to be honest. I'm going to do it from this way, I think. I don't know whether that's going to work out. I don't know why I'm making such a mess of this, but anyway, let's just fold it down here. Yeah, so this is an alternative way of folding this, if like me you can't seem to judge how big your piece needs to be. Oops. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so if you have emailed me, I just want to say thank you so much for emailing me. And, you know, I haven't forgotten you. I'm not deliberately kind of ignoring you. I just am, you know, playing catch up, really. I know that last week I obviously put out my video about, you know, an update on my, you know, home situation. And, oh my goodness, I can't tell you how overwhelmed I was with such amazingly lovely comments. And so many of you, you know, emailed me separately at my shop and things like that. And, you know, just the most amazing supportive comments and kindness from all of you. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I can't tell you kind of, you know, how much I appreciate that. So thank you very much. And, you know, I know that a lovely, you know, few ladies kind of bought me a coffee on my Buy Me a Coffee link as well. So thank you so much. Actually, it's a hot chocolate because I'm not a big coffee drinker, but yeah, thank you so much. I can't tell you how, you know, how much that means to me. And the lovely Michelle, you know, who runs our Facebook group, she sent me some flowers, which were just, oh, incredibly, just amazing. I mean, that's the first bunch of flowers I've had for years and years and years. And, oh, they are just so pretty. They're from this company, which I've since seen them advertised. I can't remember whether it was on the telly or on YouTube, actually. I think it was on the telly. And I'd never heard of them previously, but they're called Field and Bloom. I think it's the name, Field and Bloom. Never heard of them before. Oh my gosh. They have this most ingenious way of sending flowers. So the flowers arrived in a box. What kind of dimensions? I don't know. It was a large rectangular flat box. So the box was only about this fat that is, only about that fat, and, you know, I don't know, 18 inches long maybe by about I don't know, 7-8 inches wide, I'm not sure. Anyway, and said obviously on there from Bloom and Field, which, like I say, I hadn't heard of that. I didn't know what that was. And then you open the box. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous treat you're faced with. Inside the box is this gorgeous brown paper, which of course, you know, as crafters, we all absolutely love the brown paper, don't we? And it was almost a bit like greaseproof paper, actually, that kind of textury type paper. And it's bound like with a little sticker on it and some ribbon. And it says, "Shh, your flowers are sleeping." Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Just that sentiment in itself, just how adorable and lovely. And then you open it up, you know, open that brown paper up, and tucked inside there are your flowers. And your flowers are all closed buds. You know, they're not kind of, obviously, they're not awake, you know, as the message obviously suggested. And so then you obviously get them out, and it comes with, like, you know, some flower feed and all of that stuff. Cut your stems down and everything, put them in the vase with the flower feed, and literally within, you know, a couple of hours, your flowers have opened out into beautiful flowers. And I can't tell you how lovely that they actually are, because they still today, and I can't remember whether they arrived on Wednesday. Can't remember. I think it was Wednesday. So today, Monday, they feel like they're getting more and more beautiful actually every day. They almost seem like they're still continuing to open up. I don't know whether that is the case or whether I'm imagining that. I'm not really too sure, but they are so pretty, and just, yeah, I can't recommend them enough. Like, if you're, you know, wondering where to source some flowers to send to somebody, I mean, obviously I'm, you know, I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that, but wow, just was such a lovely, lovely, lovely treat, and such a gorgeous way to actually receive flowers. So, yeah, thank you so much, Michelle. You literally made my day. Made my day. They were so gorgeous. Well, still are so gorgeous. You know, downstairs on my kitchen windowsill as we speak. So, yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, and thank you so much to everybody, like I say, who was so incredibly kind in the comments and so incredibly kind, you know, emailing me. As I say, I am still trying to get through those emails and comments, so I do apologise that I'm now, you know, even more shockingly rubbish than normal, but I will eventually hopefully get round to, you know, to replying to everybody. But yeah, it will just kind of probably take a little while. Right, just deciding what else to use. Did I use the rest of that pink? Yeah, so we've got quite a bunch here actually, so I probably should now do the bases of the tags, otherwise time's going to run away from me and I'm going to find I haven't actually done any tags. Right, so it needs to be up this way so that we've got the lines the right way round. Okay, let's just go for it. So I've got some different papers here. So yep, sorry, this was from my Savile Row. This is also from the Savile Row. So just going to kind of see what am I going to put with this. Oh, it actually looks really nice with this, doesn't it? It's just this colour. This colour looks absolutely gorgeous with every single thing. Literally everything. So I'm just going to cut that down. Don't want it too tall because, you know, of course it's just a tag. And then just cut it down here. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to, like in a mass making type way, going to kind of do that for a few of them so that we've got, you know, a bunch ready to go, and then I will glue them onto the lined paper. Hold on a moment, that's my doorbell. Sorry about that. It actually wasn't the door, would you believe? I thought it was, you know, possibly the postman bringing my ink cartridges, but no, I don't know what it was. Must have been a noise outside. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, just going to kind of cut some bases, you know, for the tags. So there we go. So what else have we been up to? And you guys, what have you all been up to? What have you all been watching? I hate to say it, but yeah, I've still not started watching anything else. So still between series is. I never know how to say that expression, but yeah, still not got another series on the go. I don't know why really, but yeah, just seem to have been watching other things. Nothing worth mentioning, nothing of note, but mainly just, you know, films and, you know, stuff like that really. So yeah, definitely no series, you know, box sets, none of those on the go at all, which is a shame because, you know, it's nice to have something to watch, isn't it? Oh, this paper is from my Melrose Garden kit, which is, I think, my latest kit in my shop. So if you were wondering what this was, that's what it is. There we go. Oh, it was really nice weather at the weekend. I don't know really whether it was forecast to be. I don't think it was forecast to be that nice, but it was just gorgeous. On Saturday, took my daughter to like an outdoor, well, it's actually called a country park here. And yeah, took her there and oh, it was just lovely. It really warmed up while we were there and yeah, it was just really, really nice weather. So that was Saturday, what we did. And then Sunday, she went out with her dad and yeah, I think she had a nice time. I didn't really do that much, to be honest. I did the food shopping, which, you know, that's just never very exciting, is it, doing the food shopping? So yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. But the weather was lovely. My son is still doing the decking. Bless him. He's yeah, he's working really hard doing it. I'm sure he must be regretting tackling it or, you know, taking it on in the first place, to be honest. But bless him, I mean, he is, like I say, he is sticking with it. So yeah, but yeah, sadly for him, he's still got a fair way to go. So I'm sure he can't wait till it's done. And I mean, to be honest, I can't really wait for it to be done either, because, you know, like all these things, it's now made such a mess around the rest of the garden that you can't really go out there now. Yeah, well, I mean, you can go out there, but I mean, obviously you're sitting then in amongst rubble and stuff, which, you know, that's just not that fun, is it? So yeah, I'm looking forward to him finishing, to be honest. But, you know, I mean, he's doing a great job, and you know, very dedicated. The fact he's sticking with it, you know, I'm sure that lots of youngsters probably would have given up, although I have to say, I doubt he dares, because my gosh, I would be fuming. You know, I mean, I didn't ask him to do it. We'd kind of spoken about it, and he kind of was really up for doing the decking. But yeah, I have to say, if he was planning on not doing it now, not finishing it, having, you know, caused chaos in the garden, I would not be a happy mummy at all. So I would be, yeah, pretty fuming. So I suspect that he just feels now he's got no choice but to stick with it, whether he wants to or not. But he is making a very good job of it. So yeah, it's going to be really great when it's done. Trying to think what else we've been up to, really. Well, highlight, or, you know, something that I've done that I'd never done before. I cooked my first steak yesterday. So, yeah, obviously I'm a vegetarian, and, you know, obviously I don't eat steak or, you know, any other meat. And I've never cooked it either. I mean, I've cooked meat, you know, but I haven't ever cooked a steak, if you see what I mean. But I wanted to do something nice and, you know, kind of make something a bit nice, really, for the children, you know, for the boys. So, yeah, I made a steak, or, you know, cooked a steak. Well, I have to say, I really enjoyed cooking it, because there's something really satisfying about the whole, you know, with it sizzling in the pan. It's, yeah, I quite liked cooking it. I mean, I don't know how often I will be doing it, you know, going forward, because obviously steak's pretty expensive, isn't it? But, you know, especially when you're a vegetarian, because actually, you know, vegetarian food is generally not very expensive. So, you know, obviously the price of the steak was quite a shocker, but, you know, they really liked it, so I was pleased that I did it. But yeah, I don't think we'll be having it kind of like on a too regular basis, or not we, but they. I don't think they'll be having it on a too regular basis. But yeah, and to be fair, what an easy thing to cook, because of course, you know, you don't really have to do anything. You just leave it in that pan for a couple of minutes and turn it over, and a couple of minutes on the other side, and that's it. So yeah, my type of cooking, actually. Right, just deciding what to put this with, whether to have this actually with, you know, with the background paper that it goes with, or whether to actually put it with something else as like a contrast. I mean, actually it's quite nice on here, isn't it? This is a really versatile paper, actually. This is from the Savile Row, and like I say, this is from the Bird Garden, but, you know, they're quite nice together. And I mean, this paper generally, I've just found it to be very, you know, work well with a whole bunch of different things. So yeah, it's quite a versatile paper. Yeah, it's a lovely sunny day again today, so I mean, hopefully spring is kind of on its way. Although I've got to be truthful and say, the weather looks absolutely beautiful. But when I was about to leave, obviously, oh, well, not about to leave, but, you know, taking my daughter to school, I thought, oh, well, I'll just check with Alexa, you know, what's the temperature, so as I knew kind of, you know, is it tights, is it boots, is it, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, it was 0 degrees, which obviously looking out, it did not look 0. It looked, you know, much, much warmer than that, and has got this kind of spring-like feel. But don't be fooled. It's actually, yeah, was quite cold. I mean, you know, to be fair, it didn't really feel like 0. It, you know, it didn't feel as cold as that. But yeah, my point is, it's clearly not as warm as it looks at the moment. But okay, But just nice to see the sunshine at all, to be honest. There we go. I also went to, you know, my mum and dad's for another sit in their garden at some point last week. I can't remember again which day that was, but that was really nice. So, yeah, my sisters came as well. So that was really, really nice to be able to obviously, you know, just sit out in their garden and, you know, socialise. Right, I'm going to have to now put these... you know, with the lines going the other way, which is a bit annoying, to be honest, but, you know, I think that's just going to have to be the way forward. Otherwise, I'm going to not really be able to do this, I think. I wonder if I could get a couple. No. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Okay, well, we'll just go for this. And this collage sheet is the collage that's available in my Facebook group as a free download. So, yeah, that's what this one is. Okay. Oh, and I do apologise. I also am running very late on uploading the April Facebook challenge. I have, I've actually filmed the, you know, the criteria. I just haven't managed to upload it to the Facebook group yet. So I will be doing that. And I might have even done it, hopefully, by the time this video goes up. But I can't make any promises, I'm afraid, because, you know what I'm like, just shockingly forgetful. So yeah, but you know, hopefully you're all having a nice time in the group regardless. I still haven't filmed my March challenge or anything, you know, just yeah, very, very, very behind at the moment. So okay, yeah, I'm just going to do these this way round, because at least then, you know, I am at least using the paper a little bit, aren't I? So, okay. I can't really do too many of these, I think, on the trot, if you see what I mean. Because, of course, I'm going to end up forgetting which, you know, foldy envelope, faux envelope thing, when, you know, which one I was putting with what paper. So I might have to cut these down now and attach the little envelopes, and then do some more. Yeah, I think that's probably best, because you know me, I will definitely not have a clue what I was actually intending on putting with what. So I'll just drop that down. And again, I mean, I'm just literally going over kind of a millimetre or so, just to, you know, make sure that I've got the glued parts, basically. So that's that one, and I was putting that with the coordinating paper, actually, so maybe I would have remembered that one. My gosh, that just looks like the wonkiest tag I've ever cut. Okay. Oh, and yeah, I've had lots of comments about the oh, these ones, the hair thinning scissors. Again, not my idea, but genius idea from the lovely Heather. So thank you so much, Heather. Lots of people have said what a fantastic idea. As I say, completely not mine, but absolutely fantastic idea. So yeah, hopefully you are all enjoying being able to cut out your faux stamps now using those scissors. They're just amazing, aren't they? You know, because I know that lots of people use those sellotape dispensers, and you know, I thought that was a brilliant idea, to be honest. The only thing is with those, obviously, you know, you haven't got so much control, if you see what I mean. Like if it's a wide or a narrow sellotape dispenser, you'd have to kind of move it along, you know, to do multiple cuts, if that makes sense. Where obviously those hair cutting thinners, you know, hair thinning scissors, oh, you know, you don't have none of that worry, because of course that's just going to, you know, you're going to be able to cut it exactly to the size you need it. So just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Right, so that's those, and I'm just going to now pop my pieces on. Okay. Thinking I might have to tuck these under my leg to keep them glued down in a minute. Oh, now I can hear a car alarm going off. It's all going on today. Oh, and of course the big news, which I nearly forgot about actually. The shops are open. Yay! It's amazing. Yep. I haven't been to overly loads of shops or anything like that, to be fair, but I have been to, you know, 1 or 2 shops, mainly to get things like some underwear and stuff like that, because, you know, everyone was kind of running out of things, and, you know, things were looking really tatty and awful. So that has been amazing. You've had to queue, obviously, to get into the shop. But not for too long, actually. And, you know, once you're in the shop, of course, then it's fine, because the shops, you know, they're controlling how many people are going into the shop. So, you know, hence the queuing to get in, which actually then makes for a really pleasant shopping experience once you're in there, because, of course, there's no queues inside. Well, actually, that's not strictly true. There was a queue at the till, but, yeah, it made it quite a pleasant shopping experience anyway, once you're actually through the queue and actually in the shop. So this just, wow, I've made such an awful job of cutting this. I can't actually quite believe it. So what I might do is move it up and cut that down, just to try and disguise that terrible, terrible cutting. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, because otherwise my tag's going to be like super skinny. Oops. Yeah, so that was really great. I mean, I've got to say, I dread to think how busy the shops will be today, because I suspect that lots of people put off going to the shops in that first week that they opened, thinking it would be very busy. And of course, now that the children have gone back to school today, I suspect lots of mums have kind of put it off, thinking they would go today, you know, once the kids are back at school. And hey, who can blame them, you know? That sounds like a lovely idea, doesn't it? But yeah, so I do wonder whether the shops would be like absolutely horrendous today. I mean, obviously I don't know, because I haven't gone, but I do wonder. But yeah, it was just nice to be able to actually go into the shops and, you know, look at stuff in the flesh instead of just online. I mean, you know, I love Amazon, I love the online shopping and all of that, but like I said before, I mean, I don't tend to buy things like, you know, underwear or anything like that online. So you know, they're just, yeah, they were just things that I was needing, so it was pretty good to be able to go and buy a couple of bits. Well, me and the children were needing, so yeah, it was definitely very helpful to be able to get out into the shops. Okay, that's those. And right, next ones, I've got this background page, which again, quite a Laurie kind of 12 by 12. But here on this section, we've just got this plain beige. So I'm just going to cut along here. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would actually use this, to be honest. I mean, I could use this as a mat for something. I wouldn't really use the bits with the white, so I'm just going to chuck this piece into my scraps bin, and I'm going to chuck this away and be really, really strong and just get rid of that rather than have that lingering around. You've just got to make a stand sometimes, haven't you, and get rid of some things, because otherwise just struggle to get rid of anything ever. Right, I'm just going to see which bits I can actually fit on here at the same, you know, so as I get the maximum pieces, if you see what I mean. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I guess I could move that up slightly and that up slightly. Okay. Yeah, I could just about fit those on. Oh, and I did do a little one, I think. Yay. Okay, so I can get 4 out of there as well. So I'm just going to put these over there. Let's hope that I can remember now which ones I was using for this. Again, probably won't be able to. Just the world's most shocking memory, to be honest. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I hope that, you know, if you're in the UK, you know, I hope you've managed to get to some shops. I hope you're all staying safe, and, you know, that it wasn't too much of a nightmare for you if you did go to some shops. I mean, if you didn't, you know, completely get why you wouldn't want to, you know, because it is very, very worrying, you know, especially if you're kind of in the more vulnerable category, really. You know, I don't really blame you for not wanting to go. But yeah, if you did, I hope that, you know, you had an okay time and it wasn't too, you know, too kind of scary, I guess, really. Because, I mean, obviously, having been in for all those months and weeks and not really kind of been in busy environments like that, you know, it's kind of a bit, well, a bit intimidating, to be honest, going out for the first time, you know, in that sort of context. Anyway, yeah, so I hope that you all kind of are doing okay. I hope it all went well if you did venture out, you know, or maybe you're going to venture out this weekend, or, you know, maybe even this week, you know, not necessarily the weekend, but yeah, maybe this week. I did notice there was a video from somebody with a haul video from a car boot sale. Now, I have to say, I've no idea whether the car boot sale that's local to where I live, I don't know whether that's reopened or not. I just didn't even think to look. And now, of course, when I saw that video this morning, I thought, no, why didn't I think of going to the car boot sale? Because it may well have been open. I suspect it wasn't, to be honest, because that they're not that, what's the word? You know, I doubt they were that geared up for kind of getting back so quickly, to be honest. Because, you know, the council, I think, has to give kind of the permissions and things like that. So I doubt very much that they were actually kind of back in action this weekend. But yeah, when I saw that, I was obviously like, oh no, I might have missed a car boot sale opportunity. So yes, I shall definitely be checking that out before the weekend. You know, I mean, not that I need a single thing, obviously, but it is so nice to be able to go and browse around, isn't it, and have a look. And yeah, so I will be having a look to see whether it is actually reopening or not. Well, I mean, obviously it will be reopening at some point, but, you know, to see whether it's reopened already. There we go. Going to have to change my dress in a minute because actually really hot. I mean, it's, you know, like I say, sunny, and, you know, the day, I think they said, is getting up to like 13 today in the day. So just in the house up here, I just feel a bit on the warm side. So yeah, I think I'll have to change. Right, that's those. So I'm just going to, again, just trim these down into sort of tag size and shapes. Okay. There we go. Oh, and very exciting as well. This is not my news to announce or anything like that. So I hope that Barbara from 49 Dragonflies won't mind me mentioning this, but she is having a premiere herself next Wednesday, I think it is. I will obviously double check, but she has got a, you know, like a flyer thing on her channel saying the details. So that is so exciting. And, you know, the fact she's got that up, hopefully she won't mind me having mentioned it. But yeah, so that's really exciting. And I think, again, Joey DeFee and myself and Barbara, obviously we will all be there supporting one another. And yeah, and I think she's going to be doing a similar sort of project to the lovely collage masterboards that Joey obviously had done, and that I then, you know, was so inspired by and did in my premiere. So absolutely cannot wait. So put that in your diaries, guys. Do go over to Barbara's channel and just double check the date. I'm pretty sure it's the 27th, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. GMT, so that's the same time that my premiere was. So hopefully that's going to work well for lots of you. And yeah, I mean, we just had such a blast on that last one that, yeah, really, really, really excited at the prospect of kind of going to another one. So as I say, it's not my premiere, so you know, I'm not going to be kind of hosting it or anything like that, but you know, it's just such a sociable experience. And yeah, you know, hopefully we'll all just have such a lovely time, you know, like we did kind of previously, because yeah, I mean, it's so nice to be able to actually interact with you guys on a live kind of basis. I mean, obviously there is the option of doing a live video. To be honest, yeah, I'm not sure that I would manage to get any crafting done because I would be so busy chatting. And, you know, I'm not really too sure that I'm overly keen on the format of the live videos because, I mean, I haven't ever joined a live, to be fair. And, you know, obviously, like I say, I certainly haven't done one. But even when you watch the replays of them, there seems to be quite a bit of waiting around because you've got to wait for kind of people to join in. And then there's a lot of kind of, you know, saying hello and obviously greeting people, which of course, you know, you would want to do that, wouldn't you? So, you know, I'm not sure in my, you know, kind of experience of just that one premiere. Well, the two, because obviously I went to, Joey had a premiere, you know, a few weeks back as well. The format, I just think, actually works slightly better for the premieres than it does for the lives. So, yeah, hopefully you guys think that as well. But yeah, really, really, really exciting, isn't it? That we're going to be doing another one hosted by Barbara. And yeah, would be so awesome if loads of you come along and attend that one as well, because, you know, just really super fun. And I mean, it's the type of thing that, to be honest, I probably wouldn't attend myself, you know, 2 years ago or even a year ago, because I would have felt too nervous to just show up at somebody else's premiere, you know. But please don't be nervous or anything like that. It was super friendly. You know, the two that I've attended, they're super friendly. I mean, to be honest, the bulk of it is everyone just saying hi. And it's just so lovely. You recognise all these names that we've seen previously in the comments and, you know, can say hi to everybody. And yeah, I mean, just don't be shy and don't be kind of nervous. I definitely would have felt that way and kind of, you know, had I not felt encouraged and supported, obviously, you know, to go to Joey's one in the first place a few weeks back, I probably would have felt too nervous to go myself. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of really, really, really kind of encourage everyone and say, you know, don't feel nervous, don't feel, oh, I don't like to go, you know, come along. It's such fun, such fun. And yeah, everyone's super friendly there. And like I say, I mean, most of it really is just saying hi, really. And you know, I mean, lots of people, there's lots of excitement. You come away from there after the premiere literally buzzing, you know, with excitement, you know. So yeah, really, really, really fun. So it would be really fun if loads of you guys kind of come on and join us again on Wednesday next week. So I will, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure that I will mention it again on my mass making video next week. Yeah, I'm sure that I will. So, but yes, do put it in your diaries and don't be shy. Come along. Everybody's welcome and everyone's so super friendly and lovely. They're just all the lovely gals that we all kind of mix with anyway on our crafting community. So there's just no need or no reason to be, you know, feeling shy or feeling, oh, you know, shall I, shan't I go? You know, just do come along. Do come along. So, yeah. Okay, right. This is going to be my final one. I still have got those others all kind of laying there. But this is going to be my final one because then, you know, we can decorate one. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to run out of time because obviously I've stopped my video a couple of times now. I don't know how long I've been filming for, but I feel like I've been chatting for a long time. We've covered a lot of ground, so I'm pretty sure I must have been filming for quite a while. So I'm just going to trim this one down. And then we will decorate one up and, yeah, make it look awesome. So, okay. Yeah, and like I said, I've actually got a whole bunch there sat ready waiting to be assembled as well. So we haven't done too bad. We have made, oops, oh, look at what I've done now. Oh, no, stuck them all together. Oh, dear. Right, let me just clean this off. Okay, right, let's just pop that down there. So, yep, we've actually made 1, 2, okay, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6 complete ones. And I have kind of put together, ready for assembly, oh, sorry, we've done 7 complete ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 6. So, I mean, actually, we've done pretty well, haven't we? So, let's decorate one up. Okay, so I've got some clusters here that I've already pre-made, and I thought let's just pull them in and see whether any of them work with any of these. I mean, it looks okay on there, but it is quite large. And she looks quite pretty on there too, but again, she is quite large. Oh, I'm wondering this one. Oh, that one's nice, isn't it? Right, let's go for this. So, yep, love how that one looks. So I'm just going to cut this into, again, you know, tag shape. And I'll just do that little corner trick. Again, not my idea, you know, something I saw somewhere else, oh, yonks ago, like a couple of years ago, and wow, just was such a brilliant, you know, shortcut to use. So, yeah, can't claim that as my idea either, but absolutely brilliant for getting your corners right. Again, here I'm using the walnut stain, and it's the Distress Oxide, which I purchased recently, and yeah, really enjoying using that. I just fancied a bit of a change really from the vintage photo. I mean, obviously the walnut stain's pretty similar. It's not like they're vastly different, but just fancied a bit of a change. Right, here I've got this bottom piece, which of course I hadn't really realised when I was obviously gluing it on. But again, I mean, I can just cover that up with something, to be honest, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I love how that looks just like that. And let's have a look. Okay, just going to cut this out. In fact, I wonder if this will fit in my oval punch. Just thinking, would I be able to just punch this out? Oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, my goodness. So these are my, whoops, numbers, set 3. And there is just one sheet where they're smaller. And this is a 2.5 by 1.9 centimetre oval punch. So it just happened that that just fit on there, you know, fitted on there just ideally. Oh, I quite like it there, I think. Okay, so I'm going to just glue this on here. Again, I'm just going to hot glue this down. And I say this all the time, but I mean, the hot glue, I mean, it's just so convenient, especially if you're doing a video, because then you just don't have to wait for it to dry, which obviously nobody really wants to be sat around waiting when you're doing a video, do you? So, but you know, of course, you don't have to be using hot glue if you're not doing a video, or if you're not in a rush, then you know, you don't need to be using the hot glue. And then I love that oval on there. Just have a look and see whether we need any more lace, because wow, you know me, you just can't have enough. Never enough. Enough is never enough when it comes to lacy bits, I think. Okay. Oh, actually, what have I got here? I've got some black lace. I'm just thinking, does the black lace look quite cool because it ties in the, you know, the black from that dictionary definition. And those dictionary definitions, they are my friends and family ones. Oh, actually, no, I'm not sure whether they are. No, they might not be. I think they might be from the Vintage Tanners kit, actually. Yeah, please ignore what I just said. Not from the friends and family ones at all. From the Vintage Tanners, in fact. Oh, I love how that looks. That's so awesome, isn't it? So I'm just going to use some of my, whoa, Fabri-Tac. Sorry, just knocking everything off the shelf there. Some of my Fabri-Tac to just glue that lace down. Yeah, I'm going to have to finish the video in a minute and change my clothes, I think, before doing another video, because, oh my goodness, it's so hot up here. I mean, to be honest, it's probably freezing still outside, but obviously because I'm in the loft and the sun's out, it just feels really, really warm. Yeah, I'll get changed, and then when I go and pick my daughter up from school later, I'll be horrified because I'll be freezing and, of course, looking like a lunatic. wearing kind of summer clothes when everyone else is in their winter coats still. Oh, that's so cute, isn't it? I'm just looking around to see whether I've got any more white doily anywhere, you know, just handy. Because I'm thinking a bit of white doily perhaps behind that number would just tie it in, you know, with that, with the piece up there. Oh, that's so cute, isn't it? Okay, right, let's just pop that on. Okay, so that's just like that. Okay, and then we just have the, and you know, the wet glue is just fine for sticking that on. Okay. Right, okay, so that's that. Now, I haven't put a tab on there or anything like that, but I mean, of course you could. That's my little flip down in there, or on there, and then our little pocket is there. So they're just super cute, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, on the back, like I say, where I've got this strip here, I can just, you know, tear down something to put on there. I'm just having a look to see what I've got here handy floating on my desk. I can just, you know, just even use this, and I'll just glue that randomly on there. Okay, like that. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to, whoops, squidge that in and cut that down. Let's just take that glue, or take that lace out of the way. Cut that down. Okay. Like that, and at the edge. Ah, that's so cute, isn't it? And to be honest, I mean, obviously I'm just covering up where I had got that white edging on there. But to be honest, it actually finishes that off really, really nicely, doesn't it? Again, it's another one of those, you know, what turns out to be a happy accident. I'm just seeing whether I've got a good coloured number that I could just finish that off with. I'm not sure whether that one goes really actually, but just see. Okay, I've got this one. So I might just pop that on there as well. And then, oops, like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, to just kind of finish that off at the back then. Just, you know, it's just a way to get around that white edge. But how super cute does that look? Like I say, I haven't put a tab on there, but of course could finish it off with some lace or anything else. I'm just having a quick look through my tabs box. I mean, that's quite nice, to be honest. Let me just see whether I've got any more black lace here, because you know, I just feel a little bit kind of aware that that butterfly is now not in the right shades. I know it's, you know, doesn't really matter, does it? But I don't know, it feels like it matters. So I'm thinking, could we just have a little bit of lace kind of across there? Yeah. So I'm just going to hot glue this down. I mean, to be honest, I could probably just have it that way round and then it wouldn't really be a big deal, would it? Oh, I'll do that. I will do that. But I might put that lace on there anyway, to be honest, because I thought it looked nice. Thought it looked pretty. Oh my gosh, what's going on with me now? There we go. Okay, so just ink around there, ink around that side, and then, yeah, like I say, I might just have a little bit of this anyway, because to be honest, it looks quite cute. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the frayed edges, because they seem a little bit too many of them. There we go. Yeah, that's very cute, isn't it? So I'm just going to take my Fabri-Tac and we will just glue this down. Come on. Come on, glue. Oh, gosh. I mean, again, obviously, this has not really been being used the last few days, but... Okay. I had to do some fussy cutting a couple of times because, you know, just not crafting. It was a bit like going cold turkey, you know, just, yeah. I'm sure that anyone who's a crafter kind of understands how that feels, don't you? But, yeah. Okay. So, and across there, let's have, as the finishing touch, let's just have a little bit of bling. Otherwise, it just might not look quite finished. Oh, look. You know, kind of as soon as I had it anywhere near there, it was just like, oh, I'm loving it already. Yeah. How pretty is that? So let's just pop that down. Okay. And obviously this has got the added bonus that it's just going to hold that lace in place as well, because I'm not sure that there was that much Fabri-Tac on there to, you know, to hold it down. So there we go. How gorgeous does that look? Oh, I love it. So yeah, I hope that you liked today's mass make. I hope you managed to make some. Have fun if you do, and you know, let me know below how many you managed to get done. So yeah, hope you like them and enjoy, everybody, and see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.